Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Think Future. My name is Chris Kalaboukis, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking innovation startups, the future, but not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe. Please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. So, I think it's over, folks. I think this is the end. This is the end for innovation. That's right, folks. Innovation is officially dead. I should put together a eulogy for innovation. Here lies innovation. It's no longer alive. It's dead. It died. It's over. We do not... Do we innovate anymore? No, we don't innovate anymore. Did you read that article the other day? So, I don't know if you read. You probably read. I'm sure you've read. So Twitter's laid off half of their workforce. Meta laid off 11,000 people. 11,000 employees. So I'm not even sure if that's half their workforce or what percent of the work. I'm sure that there's layoffs everywhere. Layoffs happening everywhere. We're heading towards a recession. There's slowdowns everywhere. Economic recession is slowdowns everywhere. Things are happening, folks. Things are happening. And a bunch of companies have come out and said, well, you know what? Maybe one of the reasons why some of these companies had to let go all these people is that they were innovating irresponsibly. Irresponsible innovation. And I thought to myself, what the heck is irresponsible innovation? Is irresponsible innovation actually having people within your organization thinking about what's next, thinking about building innovative new products? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to say that irresponsible innovation is looking at your product set and trying to build new products and new services and new things for your customers to delight your current customers and to create new customers? That you had a bunch of people who weren't working on your core business. They weren't working on your core business, but they were working on your next business, your ancillary businesses, your businesses beyond, growth businesses, things that you could grow into. Is that what you're trying to say? Irresponsible innovation is when people are looking at innovating outside of their core business? If that's what you mean, then I think that's very irresponsible to call that irresponsible. What is irresponsible innovation? I've heard of companies that had responsible innovation groups, and they want to look at innovation in a responsible way. But the question is, what exactly is a responsible? I mean, are you talking about a DEI? Are you talking about ESG? Are you talking about innovation that stays within the bounds of these particular boxes? Or are you just talking about innovation that strays from your core product? Because if you're talking about innovation that strays away from your core product, it is essential, in my view, that you have tons of people in your organization working on what you're going to do next. It's not irresponsible in any way, shape, or form to look at things outside of your core business. In fact, it's irresponsible to not do that. It's irresponsible to not have a significant amount of staff looking at what you're going to do next. Now, I think it's irresponsible to have a significant amount of staff looking at things that are not going to improve your business. If you ask me, I'm a libertarian. Businesses exist to make money. This is why they're here. They're not here to provide jobs. They're not here to improve the planet. They're not here. I mean, those things are great things, and businesses can do them if they wish. But the core requirement for business, if you ask me, as a libertarian, is that they are there to make money. They provide jobs as an ancillary benefit. They improve the world as an ancillary benefit. And some people want to buy from them because they improve the world even better. But like I said, companies exist to make money. And they make money by selling something or creating something and selling something that people want, that people wish to pay for. And if you have your core business, let's say you have 5,000 employees, and if 2,500 of your employees are working on your core business, then it's perfectly fine for 2,500 of your employees to be working on your next core business or ancillary future businesses that you might be able to get into in order to increase your profitability and to become a bigger company and to grow. So something like Facebook, let's say Facebook has, 20,000 employees. 10,000 of them work on their core Facebook platform. And the other 10,000 are building Meta, they're building the metaverse, they're building Oculus, they're building all these things that are outside of the scope of Facebook. But it's the future of where Zuckerberg believes Facebook is going. So if those 10,000 people who are not contributing directly to the bottom line today are building the future of Meta, then if you ask me, that is not irresponsible innovation. In fact, that is very responsible innovation, because that's exactly what innovation is all about. Innovation is not just small improvements to your core product. And some of these companies that came out, that's exactly what they do. They do small improvements to their core product. And I'm not saying that that's not innovation. It is. It's incremental innovation. But new things, brand new things that have never been created before, whole new markets, whole new growth areas. It may not be the right time for these things to happen, then that's perfectly reasonable. Like I said, everything is going to happen. We just don't know when. So it's entirely possible, and I've said this before in a previous show, that things like the metaverse are a little too soon. People are just not ready to spend a lot of time and money in the metaverse. It's just not there yet. And I've said this before. That's the trick, right? The trick is to create the thing that needs to be created exactly when it needs to be created. Now, sometimes you create the thing a little too early and you can survive long enough for it to take off, to reach product market fit. But sometimes you create it a little too late and already there's too many players and you can't have any piece of that pie. The trick is to create the thing that you need to create at the right moment for it to take off. And this is exactly what happened with all of these companies, all these survivors in the tech space. Google, Apple, Amazon. The survivors in the tech space just happened to create the right thing at the right moment for the right market, because they were not short of competitors. None of these companies were short of competitors, but they were in the right place at the right time with the right product, and they hit the jackpot. So that's what I'm saying, is that these companies who have tons of employees that are looking at the next thing, not the core thing, the next thing that the organization should be doing, if you ask me, that's very responsible innovation. And if those people are being fired because they were responsibly innovating, I think that's completely wrong. And I think anybody coming to them and saying, well, you don't need anybody within your organization thinking about what's next, I think that's doubly wrong, especially now during these recessionary times. If anything, you need to double down on what you need to do to grow out of the recession. What you need to do to grow your profitability outside of what your core business, because your core business may be taking a hit right now. So, responsible innovation, if you ask me, is having enough people within your organization, half or more if possible, looking at what you're going to do next, the next business that your company will grow into. If you ask me, that's responsible innovation, and it ain't dead yet. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.